And up next, we could see another new champion crowned. Dan the Man gets another shot at the United TV title. Don't go away.
See if he can regain the gold potentially here. But you got to wonder, what does Howdy Price have cooked up? He was given the leniency of naming the stipulation.
Well, pays to have friends in, well, high or low places, depending on how you look at it. Dan Joseph fired up, as he always is, looking to make more history this 500th episode spectacular, as we have already seen.
And here comes the United Television champion, along with Howdy Price. Speaking of crooked champions, we saw what happened earlier. Richie Slade winning the Heritage title, but due to the attack, of this mystery man that finally made himself seen, Jack Banning, rejoined here by Blake Troop. I know that you're extremely just angered, distraught, and rightfully so, but we can't blame you, Blake.
Yeah, I apologize for losing my cool right now. I've been involved in combat sports for a very long time, and what I just saw right now, that was absolutely disgusting.
It was grand larceny. It really was.
I'm still livid right now.
We don't. If you need to take a breather, we totally understand. You have such a vested interest in the career, the training of Jordan Clearwater, and we hate to say it now, the former Hollywood Heritage champion. But now we got title action here to call. Going to have to try and get back on track. And, here we will see what we have in store. Adnan Qureshi, take it away.
The following contest is... Thank you for warming it up. Now, howdy! Well, here we are, the big 500. That's prestigious, and you know what is prestigious, that you gotta have the United Television champion, Levi Shapiro, and most importantly, Howdy Price on this episode, because we are the reason that you're tuning in tonight. And I see we have a very familiar face on the other side. Oh, Dan Joseph, oh, you really taking your aggression out on that gum. I'll tell you something. Since tonight is such a special night, and when you are representing the United Television champion, Levi Shapiro, well, you tend to get a little extra gibblies on your Sunday. Because the cherry on top is that tonight's matchup just so happens to be a handicap match.
We make the choices around here.
We are gonna wreck you. In fact, let's go ahead and bring out the next participant, ladies and gentlemen.
Turns. Who's it gonna be, guys? Oh no! Things are going from bad to worse for Dan Joseph. Nobody could survive this. I mean, Jesse James has a recent victory over Dan Joseph, and it was a war. And now it's going to be the television champion and Jesse James in a handicap match? I mean, I love Dan Joseph, and I believe in Dan Joseph, but who could overcome these odds?
Yeah, I'm not liking these odds, but I'm not. How does this work? Does he have to pin both guys, or I'm not even sure how a handicap match for the title works.
Well, I think if Dan Joseph pins one or the other, but I don't know if he pins Jesse James as the champion. Does he have to pin?
So many times, I don't even.
I got so many questions right now.
Come on.
How about this? Go back to watching Jesse James come through the entranceway there. Semblance of a smile, maybe for the first time ever, on the face of Jesse James.
Is he gonna have to go through Jesse James first and then Levi Shapiro? Or is it two guys at the same time?
2 and 1. I think they're going to have
Levi's
to.
getting in there
They're
now.
going to have to tag in and out, I believe. And there you see it. Yep, grabbing the tag rope on the outside. So it won't be 2-on-1 at all times, at least. But to your point, yeah, a smile on the face of Jesse James, because in essence, Howdy Price is ringing the dinner triangle on the outside at the Price Check Ranch.
The fix was in, but Dan Joseph not having any of it. House of Fire to start here against Jesse James, but he has a big-time mountain to climb. 2 against 1 to regain that television championship that, in my opinion, he never should have lost. What a drop kick from Dan Joseph.
Well, he's chopping down the mountain right there. What a drop kick by the former champion, looking to regain the gold. old swing and a miss there by Jesse James, holding on for dear life. And I guess, you know, maybe if Dan Joseph can isolate and keep the big man in there, make it a one-on-one matchup in essence.
Dan's doing a fantastic job of immediately going in and putting it on Jesse James, not giving him a chance to breathe, recover, or anything. But Jesse James lands one of those big right hands. Now has Dan Joseph recording.
Dan Joseph has beaten the odds in the past. He came back from a knee surgery, from an injury. He defeated Royce Isaacs to become the United Television champion. He was a fighting champion. He did it the right way. He didn't need, you know, bogus stipulations like this.
No bogus stipulations, just all about hard work paying off. As Dan Joseph, you see Levi now taking sort of the cowardly tag. Dan Joseph was in a bad way, and only now then will the Timeless One get in to face his longtime foe. Cover, looking to end it here. The Timeless One.
Blake, in a matchup like this, Dan Joseph can't catch a breath. He's in constant action.
You know, in MMA, we call these shark rounds. Oh, another pin attempt by Levi. We call these shark rounds where you just got to continually go against fresh opponents. And that's essentially what Dan Joseph's in for right now. This is going to be a massive mountain to climb.
Well, he's swimming in deep water right now. Was looking for the suplex, but the tag was made to Jesse James.
Well, and you see Levi making the tag there. Levi Shapiro, no stranger to tag team competition, and bending all those rules as well. Could be in.
Man, these guys are just handing Dan Joseph back and forth, doing damage, and then passing to the next guy to do a little more.
Power play advantage here for Howdy Price and company. And now you got to watch Shapiro on the outside. So even when Dan Joseph gets to the sidelines of sorts, gets to the outside, now he's being attacked. It's really 3-on-1 now.
Yeah, he was in front of the opposing bench there. Levi Shapiro making him pay.
This is simply unfair. And, you know, and shame on Jamie Iovine and Nico Marquez for allowing this, but Dan Joseph might get it done. What a suplex. The former champion back in the driver's seat. We got to take a break. We'll be back.
Pro Shingle has a deal for you. For the next 14 days, Pro Shingle will pay your insurance deductible up to $1,000 on a complete roof replacement. It's the simple choice. Go to ProShingle.com or call 901-258-6503.
Suits you. We really suit you.
Wrestling Trivia returns to Sidecar Cafe on Monday, January 4th at 7 p.m.
Don't forget, it's free to play.
It's free to play.
And if you register now at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com, you'll get a free appetizer.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're taking it a little too far.
Welcome back, everyone. Episode 500 celebration, but will it be a celebration for former champion Dan Joseph? He finds himself on an island here.
Dan Joseph needs to keep his eyes on the opponent that is inside the ring with him. He got distracted there by Levi Shapiro for a second, and it cost him big time.
Well, I mean, to Dan Joseph credit, I mean, Levi begrudgingly tagged in there, so he was looking at the legal man. Jesse James, though, taking advantage of that. Wow, God, hard drop into the bottom rope there. Dan Joseph could be hurt, and now you look at Levi just stepping on the throat, taking mugging.
Again, and now gasping for air is Dan Joseph. I talked about that he couldn't get a breath, and now literally he cannot. I mean, I'm sure Jesse James has played some card games in the saloons, but the deck couldn't be any more stacked against Dan Joseph in this matchup.
You know, one thing I really respect about Dan Joseph is he has not given up at all. He's still confident, he's still attacking, and he wants his belt back despite the odds of this matchup.
I love to see it.
And tag into Jesse James. Yes, I agree with you. I love the fight and the intestinal fortitude of the former champion and his eye on the prize. But again, this is just simply not fair and perhaps insurmountable odds even for Dan Joseph.
Could be drawing dead, but you know what? If Dan Joseph is able to beat these odds, I say no more shots for timeless Levi Shapiro. He had so many opportunities to even pry it off of Dan Joseph. If he's able to get it done tonight, I say no mas.
We can't forget how tough Dan Joseph is. We saw him and Dominic Kubrick go to war on Primetime Live, and Dominic Kubrick hit him with everything he could, and Dan Joseph stayed standing and went home with the W. So these guys are going to have to hit Dan Joseph with a lot if they want to put him down.
That's a great point, but Dan Joseph still carries those miles into this matchup. title defenses like that. He was an actual fighting champion that put the title on the line. Changing levels. Look at the power. Takes the big man up and over. And look at Howdy Price, can't believe it on the outside. But what did that take out of Dan Joseph? Into the cover, can he put him away? And the long limbs of Jesse James saves him there.
I was about ready to come unglued for Dan Joseph. I thought he had the victory right there. Jesse James, though, showing some great ring awareness.
Dan Joseph needs to keep Jesse James in the ring, not let Levi Shapiro tag in. He's got Jesse James reeling back on his heels a little bit. Jesse's starting to make a comeback, but he's definitely the more hurt of the two.
And big heavy shots by the Western Roughneck will wear you down in a hurry, guys. That gas tank isn't unlimited for Dan Joseph. He might be getting close. That needle might be getting close to E, but we don't know it yet. Going into the reserve tank, scooping a slam. How is he powering and throwing the big man around into the cover after the body slam? And Shapiro, sense of urgency. He knew that his team, and I emphasize team, was in trouble.
You know, like I said, Levi Shapiro, he is no stranger to the tag team aspect of this handicap match. So he knows how to bend those rules in his favor. Look at Dan Joseph, though, locking eyes with Timeless One, looking almost beyond Jesse James. He wants Shapiro, and he's going to get him.
I'll tell you, if looks could kill, Levi Shapiro would be pushing up daisies.
At first, I thought Dan Joseph was keeping an eye on him, so he wasn't going to get ran up and cheap shotted from behind. But it looks like he's trying to prove a point to Levi Shapiro that he wants to put his hands on Levi.
Big shot upstairs, though. A single shot. Drops down Joseph, and that one was nasty, guys. Great fight, but it's all over? No, not yet. Dan Joseph continues to battle.
A face rearranger from Jesse James to Dan Joseph, and now the Western Roughneck choking at Dan Joseph. Levi Shapiro, he'd probably take a disqualification here.
Well, and that's the thing. Is champion's advantage still in play? If this team gets disqualified, the title doesn't change hands? I mean, there's so many questions. And we didn't know about this stipulation, and more importantly, Dan Joseph didn't know until right before the bell rang. There's no way he could have prepared for this.
That's one of the difficult things I talk about a lot when fighters take short notice fights. They're not able to prepare for your opponents. Whoa, big off the top rope by Dan Joseph. But Dan had no time to he knew Levi Shapiro match was coming. But he had no idea Jesse James was going to be in there too. And despite having a match with Jesse James before, it's a totally different component for two guys.
Absolutely, and there's no, look at him. If he had somebody to tag, he could tag out. But that's not a luxury that Dan Joseph has. And he, that springboard clothesline, looking for the claw here. Does he have enough left to battle it? To battle the claw after battling both opponents?
He's got the 2-on-1 wrist control, preventing it from coming. Oh, beautiful by Dan Joseph.
Backstabber, nicely done. If nothing else, that'll buy the former champion some time, but he's looking to make history, looking to pin the champ, and again, the salvation of the ropes.
Tremendous, again, the ring awareness of both Jesse James and Levi Shapiro coming into play. Dan Joseph just looking to get back to the top of the mountain here.
Dan looking for another suplex. That's got to be taking, a toll on his back. Front face suplex there, and a tag is made. And now we're going to see double team. As if it couldn't get any worse for Dan Joseph. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Yeah, having a fresh Jesse James in is a bad place for Dan Joseph. He's going to probably eat a whole bunch of hands by this roughneck gunslinger.
And throwing some the other way. He's giving as good as he gets right now as Dan Joseph, the former bar hockey player, finds himself in a hockey brawl right now, and he's looking to kill the penalty, kill the power play.
Dan Joseph has better things to do than die. He wants to become TV champion once again, looking to get that done right now.
Hit the instant replay, and now look at this, a flapjack, a meeting of the minds, stacking them up.
I love seeing Dan Joseph use his opponents against each other. That flapjack was fantastic.
Trying to send him back home on the range.
You hear Dan Joseph just yell, he doesn't care to the ref?
Oh, look out here. He's got, don't turn around, watch out. Duck, oh no! The lariat.
1, 2, 3.
And it's all over.
Here are your winners, Jesse James and still United Television Champion, Levi Shapiro.
An incredible effort by Dan Joseph, but you said it best. The fix was in And let's take a look at the action brought to you by Primetime Live, pay-per-view each and every week.
It's just so good.
Great.
It's so good. I love to see it. I love to see it. Jesse, you did fantastic. You were stupendous, but your work's not over. You know that, right? Oh, Levi. Oh, Levi. I got
No, don't do it.
I got
Don't
a
do
gift
it.
for you.
There it is. I already see it in plain sight.
500, Dan.
Rory cheated him.
Oh, no. And down goes Joseph. He just crumbles in a heap. Somebody get out there and help him.
One,
insult to injury. Salt in the wound.
Ding-a-ling, dum-dum. Ring the bell.
And if Dan Joseph was conscious, he'd be disgusted.
Here is your winners, Jesse James, the United Heritage Television Champion, just united. I'm so happy right now. And most importantly, Howdy Price.
We got to get Dan Joseph some help. He gave it everything he has, and how could it have been enough? Nobody could have had enough to do what he did. An incredible effort, comes up short. Dan, somebody get Dan some help. More to come here on episode 500.
3-on-1 is near impossible odds for anybody, including Dan Joseph. Not sure how or why this handicap match was even allowed, but Levi Shapiro once again retained the United TV title, and I guess we officially got our answer about Jesse James joining up with Howdy Price.